All right, welcome back, everybody. Ooh, mustache. What are you doing today? Yikes. My name is Josh. I run Monster Mod Studio, online Pokemon card business, and we are here to talk about the last card show we just did this past weekend. So, yeah, let's get into it. I would say, by and large, it was our worst performing show that we've done so far. Even worse than, I would say, the show I think we did 3 days before Christmas in December. This one was probably our worst. So definitely a bummer. And I mean, it's not like we did sell stuff. We did bring stuff. Our inventory is definitely solid. There's been some delays with our Chinese restock, so that was definitely a huge bummer. I was hoping to have got a bunch of gem boxes coming and stuff like that. I was definitely hoping to have those at the show, but apparently there was some kind of banking holiday in China, so all of China was shut down for like over a week. I don't know if that's just BS from our supplier or what the deal was there, but regardless, we didn't have any of our restock, so basically I have a bunch of capital tied up in booster boxes that are on the way, but just not here. So, but our Japanese supply was pretty decent. We went in with Ninja Spinner, which I guess, I don't know, talk about Ninja Spinner now, later, maybe later. So plenty of singles as well. I mean, I keep track of that pre every show, just have our total amount in the Excel for doing all the accounting and the bookkeeping and stuff. So our inventory value is definitely really high. So it just kind of keeps, little by little, it just keeps going up every show-ish. We don't really take huge downturns. And, but, yeah, didn't seem to impact us a ton. So not a lot of good selling on our end. So I guess some speculations on why maybe that could be. I don't know. We're all just kind of guessing at this. But I would say that our case is a little small. So we kind of wanted to do that on purpose, as to make the card vending the big push to be like the booster boxes and stuff. So we obviously have singles, binders, and the case and stuff like that. But now I'm questioning if the case is too small, as I walk around and see tables, and as other people walk around and see tables, our case is the smallest. So is that literally he doesn't have a lot because the case is too small? So is this one of those, in this case, size does matter? That's my speculation, one of them at least. So ordered a bigger case. So yeah, that should be coming in this week, and we'll be able to take that to the next card show coming up. So we'll test our theory there. Bigger case, more cards. The issue is that because the singles inventory has also grown so much, that I'm literally leaving half the stock in our little like carry case with our little top loader box. So that's not good. I can't show off everything for everybody. So I have dead stock basically, or I have to wait for space to clear in the case before I can put stuff out. And that's just a waste of time and whatever. Or I'm thumbing through, I'm hoping somebody drops me a list or something like that where I can like pull a card out. That actually did happen this weekend. Guy requested Ethan's Typhlosion, and I didn't have it in the case, but I had it in the top loader box. So I was able to thumb through, pull it out for him. So yeah, so bigger case, show off more of the stock. Okay, check one. Check two is prices on Japanese boxes has gone up. So I've talked about this in another video. I still think it's obviously still more affordable to get Japanese stuff over English stuff, as well as, for the most part, Japanese stuff is more readily available. So if you're after specific sets, outside of perfect order, of course, because we've wandered into Walmart in the middle of the day for something else, and we still had stock of perfect order single boosters. Like, and not like a couple. There were a lot. We like Perfect Order. It's like a pretty good set. It's not S tier. It's definitely a B tier set. We've talked about that before, but it's not the worst set ever. So it's just that Ascended Heroes is so good that it kind of overshadows everything else. So everyone's after the Ascended Barney and whatnot, and everyone wants the best Gengar card ever made, and so yeah, it definitely overshadows the Patrick Starmie and the really awesome Meowth. But what are you gonna do? So yeah. So prices have gone up on Japanese cards, which is definitely a huge bummer. There's been lots of speculation as to why that could be. Big international buyouts. I've heard Whatnot is going to be supplying streamers with Japanese stuff. Who knows? Regardless, again, price went up 10 to 20% basically within a week. So now all the boxes went up 10, 20 bucks, and is what it is. So yeah, that makes moving those a little bit more. It makes it an investment, where before opening Japanese could be a little fun, kind of a side deal if you weren't too hardcore into it. You could spend 70, 80 bucks, get a box, get some guaranteed hits, everyone has fun. But now, Mega Dreams, 110, probably 115, 120, something like that. Even in just Ninja Spinners now going up. It was at 95, now it's going to be probably 105 or higher. I just watched it last night, just jumped up. So jumped up to 2,000 yen, something like that, whatever that it maths out to with the dollar. So that's a bummer. Kind of, and we knew this price hike was like, obviously it had already taken effect, so that was the goal with this show, was to bring in, it's what do? You can either sit and hope that the prices of Japanese stuff goes down, or you can make a move to diversify. There are some still people who still love Japanese. We still love Japanese. We love opening it and stuff. But yeah, it is definitely pricey. So one of the perks of Japanese stuff was that it was affordable. Well, now that that's gone, now what do you do? Well, our thought was to diversify. So getting into Chinese booster boxes are right as of now still pretty affordable. So the gem boxes aren't crazy. They're always super fun to rip. So again, that's why we were bringing those in. And then we do have some of the simplified Chinese sets coming in. I was hoping they would be here before the show. They also didn't make it, so that means they'll be coming up. They should be here today. Today's Monday. That sounds right. They should be here today, which means I'll have them for the next show. We'll be able to test that theory out. So Chinese cards quality is just as good as Japanese cards. They're just all in Chinese, and the boxes are like the simplified sets. Some of them are like 35 bucks a pop. So we've all spent, 35 bucks in dumber ways than ripping, a Chinese booster box. So yeah, so that's our thesis at the moment, is diversification into some more affordable things, especially for Pokemon, and see how that plays out. Yeah, we weren't able to test that theory at the show, but what are you gonna do? What else? I will say that at this show, we have noticed this has never been a high performing show for us. So the crowd that attends this one, I would say, is after like very specific cards. So if you don't have those cards, they don't even really want to browse shop, at least not with us. And again, I don't know if that's because they don't want to thumb through binders. They don't want to look at, we don't have enough stuff laid out in the case. They don't want Japanese stuff. Who knows? So, but yeah, again, regardless, if you don't have those cards, like, they're not really hunting around for, just random stuff. A lot of people asking for vintage too. Like, we always get, obviously, the occasional person like looking for vintage, but to have, like, it was a significant amount of people looking for vintage, and that's something we just have not been able to branch out to. So yeah, bummer. All right, back to Ninja Spinner performance. I predicted that Ninja Spinner would do really well based off of the new Greninja SAR in that set, as well as Froakie, Frogadier have an AR. It's a connecting art with Greninja. Yes, none of us are super thrilled about the gold cards ever. Really just useful for master sets. The Greninja gold card is not amazing. Just the way the the text like cuts off into his head. So it's a fun design, but kind of missed it on that one. And there are plenty of other good ARs in Ninja Spinner, like for sure. So they definitely, I mean, Nihil's the same way. There's lots of good ARs of Pokemon, some random just cutie cards, and it's a fun set to open. Ninja Spinner is that same idea. It's a fun set to open. It's smaller, which everyone complains about. In my mind, it means you're more likely to pull stuff that you want to pull. And it's got, again, good cards. It's got Greninja. Yeah, I was a little bit confused. It still sells fine, but maybe it's also because I've noticed in general around here, other people have been getting on the Japanese card bandwagon, so I'm seeing them show up in more local card shops, or I'm hearing about them. More card shops are showing up online, so, you know, getting it in person is less of a big deal because there's more card shops online, you know, like us. So definitely, I think just competition is up across the board. Access to Ninja Spinners is pretty easy. There's no stock is pretty readily available. Don't really have any problems getting it. I also think that, you know, Ascended Heroes Mega Dream is just, it's so good. And when we first imported Mega Dream, I said that this set we can keep in stock for basically forever because like it's just going to be so good. And once it hits in English, again, it's just going to be, everyone's going to be after this thing. There's so many good cards, and there's so many high value cards if you care about market. So it's just definitely worth keeping around for sure. I get why everybody's after it, and Mega Dream just no exception. So it's already, yeah, the price is already spiked, and hopefully it'll kind of like plateau. I'm hoping it'll stay at that 110, 120 range. We'll see. But yeah, I just think that a new set, Perfect Order comes out, everyone goes, give me Ascended Heroes. I could predict something similar happening to, you know, when Chaos Rising comes out in English, where everyone goes, yeah, Chaos Rising's cool, but give me Ascended Heroes. So, I mean, like, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, any notable deals for, I mean, I guess, how, not how bad, but just how slow it was for us. These are the two PC pickups for me, just kind of master setting some ghost Pokemon. So some smaller stuff. One notable trade is, first time ever, I'll pull this out, is we got traded in the Giratina V. So I've never actually gotten any of these cards in, and I think I've just been too nervous to like hold on to them. But as we've been trying to be more aggressive about bringing in like these higher end cards, you know, yeah, got a Giratina V. It's pretty clean too. Thought about grading it, but we'll see. So bring it to the next show, see what happens. So yeah, it was wild. One of those moments of I wasn't even like too hesitant. I think I traded the Guardy SAR from Mega Symphonia, so the Japanese one, and then something else she wanted to trade into. So it kind of worked out. I think it was like $15 or something like that back to me. I don't remember. But yeah, now the most expensive card. Well, that's not true. We had the Pika from Ascended Heroes for a bit, and one of the Chinese exclusive Pikas. We never brought those to a show though, so yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Crown Zenith is still, I mean, all the cards are going, I think they're going up still. It's always pretty consistently going up. So, yeah. So, definitely takeaway, I guess, is we had some lessons learned, I guess, and now we're just making adjustments. So I think that's always the most important thing, is that whenever something happens, whether it's good, bad, if there's a lesson to be learned or if there's a way to improve, you know, i.e. bigger case, bringing in more diversity in products and stuff like that to sell, making sure too that we're getting cards in that I think will legitimately move. So like we're sitting on some cards now that are definitely cool, but they're a little bit more niche. So I think it's figuring out how to get rid of those and just getting cards that we know will disappear relatively quickly. So we're not just sitting on these things. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got this time. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I guess we'll see you on the next one.